Greetings everyone, my name is Rayvenwing, and welcome back to Dragon Homes, the series where I will be building a structure, or a series of structures, for each of the 8 dragon types in the Dragon Mounts Legacy mod. This time we will continue to work on the Forest Dragon build, because after a bit of time to sort through some ideas, I think that I'm finally ready to build the foundation of it. As you saw in the last episode, we got this outline down, and now I think the next step is figuring out at least the basic landscaping. I'm not going to do anything crazy yet, I just want to make sure that the general ground level is about where I need it to be. So let's get started. So I'm going to be using this area as a point of reference a lot because I'm thinking that this is where the main entrance will be. But I'm also not planning on having it at this level. I think I'm going to raise it a little bit. My current thought is to get everything to about this level. I don't actually need this to be flat at all, because most of this will be under the structure, and I actually have some specific plans for that I will be getting to down the line. But I kind of want to at least shave it down to this level and make sure that the edges are about this level. And then once I get that figured out, I'm going to add in a couple of little pillars of about how tall the foundation of the structure is going to be, so that I can kind of get that visual of about where it'll sit. Make sure that it's at the level I want it to. If it isn't, I will make those changes. If it is, then I will move forward and start to actually build the foundation. So I will check back in once that's done. Okay, the landscape is looking pretty good. The pillars will be coming in next, but first I'm gonna go fix my shovel, because it's looking a little rough. My current XP farm is actually a set of 3 cave spider spawners. So I'm gonna go hang out over there for a minute, and then I will be back, and I will put up the pillars, and start getting this framework in. Okay, the pillars are up to make sure that the height of everything looks good, and I think it does seem fitting. So next up, I'm just going to be adding in a basic framework. I'm just going to be working with, I'm just going to be using stone bricks for now. I will go back in and rough it up and texture it once I have the shape in. And then I will be adding to that framework, and I'll put in a few of the columns and arches. And I will check back in once all of that is done. As you can see, I've got the arches in, and as you can also see, it has rained multiple times during that process. But it's fine, I'll get this done whether it's raining or not. I did put some cobblestone around the edges just to add a slight variation. I will be adding a bit more stuff later on, just to make it a bit more interesting. But for now, the next step is to add in some stuff on top. I'm gonna have 4 pairs of pathways going towards the middle, and between each of them will be a little waterway that will spill over the end. And thankfully these shouldn't be too complicated because I have already figured out the dimensions, so this shouldn't take too long. Here it is now with the paths in. I will put the water in later once I know I don't need to do any more work on the waterways, because that gets annoying when there's already water in there. The 5 empty spaces will have structures that will probably be coming in the next episode. Each of the 4 corner buildings, I'm thinking, will contain a farm, while the middle one will be the actual spot for the dragon to stay, including a nice high vantage point, so that Moss can feel very tall. If you missed the last episode, the forest dragon that I'm building this for, her name is Moss. And we only want the best for her. So yeah, the 4 corners will be buildings for farms, the middle one will be Moss's actual home. Up until now, I've just been using rockets to get up and down. It's about time that I add in an actual staircase. Or even better, a pair of staircases. My original idea for this build actually had staircases on all 4 sides, but I think I'm just going to stick with the front one for now. I don't think the other ones are completely necessary, so... And there's the stairs. That didn't take too long. Much easier to get up here, and I don't have to use a rocket. Especially as I start putting details in. But the arches are not going to stay empty. Again, I do have plans for the underside of this whole structure. So as much as I enjoy swooping through them, I am going to be closing them up. Though, as you will see, I will continue to try to fly through them, taking probably too much damage as I do so, until they are closed. I don't have to be particularly good at it. It's just fun. Okay, the arches are now filled in. Let's swoop along the side here. I think those look pretty cool. There's going to be some water coming over the sides there, which will allow access into whatever's going to go on in here. And I used both cobbled deep slate and regular deep slate for this. I had to take a break partway through to go mine more normal deep slate because I ran out, and ended up going on a whole mining adventure in which I found several mine shafts, 3 geodes, a lush cave or 2, and a trial chamber in one of those geodes, and also a geode in that trial chamber. So, that was fun. Anyway, now it is just time for some detailing. Try to mix this up, make this look a little bit more interesting, and not just stone. There's still a lot of stone. I'm gonna still be adding a lot of stone. It's just, there's some tuff in there too. It's about time to add in some moss and some wear and tear, at least on a basic level until I get the rest of the structure in. So, let's go. Let's do this. It's done! Well, at least the foundation of it is. I just went around, roughed up all the stone, roughed up the paths, and added water into the waterways. Oh, and added some moss and lighting around the edges here, so that the area's a bit more well lit, without torches everywhere. Next time, I'm thinking that I'll tackle some of these structures that'll be up on top, and maybe even get started on the farms, but we'll have to see. Anyway, I hope that you, person, enjoyed this video. If you did, then let me know, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. I don't actually need things to be completely flat. Most of this is going to be snoring dog. Like, I should probably name this dog, because he's very cute. But my first thought would be to name him Rusty. But I'm pretty sure these are called Rusty Wolves. Like, I think that's what the color is called. So that seems like it would be a little on the nose. And then I'm like, well, what if I named him Trusty? It's the trusty Rusty dog. Is your name Trusty? It might be Trusty. So that's 5 minutes of me thinking about dragons. Bye-bye now.